Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Good morning, students. I welcome you all to Master Public School online teaching system. Students, this is week 5, subject computer, class 8, chapter number 4, problem solving. This is the part 1 of this chapter. Starter. Students, can you describe a problem that you faced recently? Think about it in your mind. How did you solve it? Was the solution successful? If yes, how can we think of better solutions? Student learning outcomes. By the end of this lecture, students will be able to identify problems, evaluate problem solving strategies, and deep solutions for the problem. Recapitulation. Students, we have learned in book 2 how to solve problems in a systematic way. We have already learned to do this by creating algorithms and flowchart. Now let's discuss step-by-step approach. Students, we can easily solve any problem by thinking about it in a step-by-step manner. Step-by-step approach brings more clarity in understanding the problem. Many successful people have this skill to solve their problems. Now, how to define a problem? Students, this is the first step in a step-by-step approach. This step seems to be simple, but actually needs a lot of thinking. Most of the time, we think we know what the problem is, but in actual, this is not the case. Now, let's consider an example. When a person falls ill, he might think that the problem is fever, but the doctor knows that fever is not the problem. The real cause could be a viral or bacterial infection. He then prescribes the correct treatment or solution for the real problem. So, the input. After developing a problem definition, we can move towards finding the solution. But first, we have to collect all available information about the given problem. A good input always helps us to better understand the problem. We should keep a record of what we see, hear, or feel about the problem. Now let's again consider the example of the doctor. The doctor would measure the patient's temperature, his blood pressure, and would also examine the back of the throat to collect input. Then he will capture this data in patient's file. Now he will be able to prescribe medicine for the best treatment of his patient. Output. So students, after collecting input, we should think about the solution of our problem. Now, again, back to the doctor's example. Doctor would want the patient's body return to normal. Most importantly, he would want to kill the bacteria that is causing the fever. Also, he would want the patient to recover his strength and work as well as before. Now, we have an ideal input, so we will be able to define the requirements for it. The processing requirements. Students, once we are clear about the inputs and the outputs, we can think about how to use those inputs to achieve our ideal output. So the doctor will think about the best options. So the doctor will think about the best options to treat his patient quickly. He will think about the best medicines to bring temperature down. Also, he will think about the best vitamin pills to recover patient's strength. Solution. So, after carefully thinking about the processing requirement, we can discover the right solution for the problem. So, again, we will consider a doctor example. After thinking about the best options available, the doctor will give a medicine to kill bacteria in the patient's body. He might recommend vitamin pills to help patient regain his strength. And finally, after considering all of this, the doctor will write down a prescription for the patient. So that's how we can arrive at a solution by using step-by-step approach. Students, you can read page number 47 to page number 51 from your course book. The sections included will be 4.1 to 4.1.5 from your course book, right by 3. It will help you more to understand the topic. So students, in next lecture, we will study about the repetition. Till then, Allah Hafiz, take care, stay safe.